Kyle, the quarterback situation, Bo Nix, one of the more polarizing figures in college football, has gone to Oregon. He had his fans and his detractors. Well, now we're going to find out what Auburn football looks like minus Bo. And do you see this as Zack Calzada's job to lose, or just an open competition with one Robbie Ashford and, of course, TJ Finley?
I think the Brian Harsin mentality tells you that it's an open competition. I think most coaches will say that, at least. Whether it actually is true or not is a different story. The difference is there is a lot of capable talent on the roster this time around. And that's not a knock on previous backup quarterbacks that Auburn's had during Bo Nix's time, but Bo Nix was far and away the better option. That's been proven over time. Now you've got TJ Finley, who's got SEC experience, not only at LSU, but at Auburn. And he's probably got a leg up on everybody just in terms of being with the team for the longest time. You can't really discredit that from him. But then you got Zack Calzada, who's done some pretty big things at Texas A&M, and it looks like the obvious choice, right? You would think that he just steps right in here, takes care of business, and wins a starting job, especially with TJ Finley not having the most impressive, albeit with some extenuating circumstances, showing in his time with Auburn. But then there's this other aspect of it as well. There's this humongous contingency of Auburn fans that still believe that Demetrius Davis is the second coming of Cam Newton. And I'm not saying that he's not. And this is the redshirt freshman from Texas. He's one of the most decorated high school Texas athletes, quarterbacks of all time. And my always counter to that is, it's really easy to say someone is going to be the next great thing based off their high school tape, but they've got to do it on the field. And he's not been given a lot of opportunity to do that on the field. But there's a reason for that. If he had earned the job in the practice, he would be on the field playing. So right now, I do think that, there's two other options there as well. Robbie Ashford, Holden Gerner, who's the new recruit that's come in with this last recruiting cycle. I see them as less likely at this moment. So I do think it's a TJ Finley, Zack Calzada race at the moment. But I'm willing to reevaluate that as soon as we see what happens in spring practice in this spring game.
Demetrius Davis, a top 25 quarterback in his class out of North Shore High School in Houston.